Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new to the channel or are visiting, welcome. For those of you who are current subscribers, welcome back. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on couples. Yes, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn couples, focusing on what you may potentially be experiencing, what can potentially be coming in your direction in the month of August. But first, as I said, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, just look down below in the description box. Or if you want to join our membership tiers here on YouTube, then take a look at that join button down below. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these are all free channeled messages. Feel free to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls or people that you feel may benefit from these channeled messages or the content on my channel. For those of you who are watching after the live stream, you can take a look down below in the description box. There you will have timestamps that will automatically take you to each of the signs. And today I'll be channeling messages for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That being said, let's jump into the readings and make sure you guys can hear me very well. Hello, hello. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for all the love. I see already the likes are coming in. Greatly appreciated. All right, first up is going to be Taurus, followed by Virgo, and last but not least, Capricorn. Now, if you missed the fire signs, I did post those up yesterday. But here we go. So we are starting up with Taurus. Hello, Taurus, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Taurus may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you and for your partner, twin flame, soulmate, spouse, your connection, however you may title your connection. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you need to know or what may potentially be coming in for you and your partner in the month of August. All right, Taurus. Now, like I said, whether you are a Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Rising, Venus, or other placements, down below in the description box, you will see a link that says Cafe Astrology. I have no affiliation with the with Cafe Astrology. However, I have used it in order to find out details of my astrological birth chart, and that those messages or in that service is totally free. So if you are interested, you could take a look down below in the description box. The more information you know, the more information you will get. So if you do know the exact time of your birth, then when you place it in there, you'll get more information, but then that should be exact. But even if you don't know the time of your birth, that's fine. You can find pretty much a lot of information just by adding your date of birth and your location. All right, Taurus, let's take a look here what's coming through for you and your partner. You and your partner. Let's see what's coming through for the both of you here in the month of August. And you have here by the book and imagine. Okay, so by the book here, Taurus, you have three elephants. And for some of you, this may be connected to Ganesha, specifically Lord Ganesha or Ganesha, okay? For others of you, the symbolism of elephants here is talking about moving obstacles, challenges, okay? And all three of these elephants are looking towards the past or recent past. So there's this sense of destroying the old to make room for the new. That's number one. And number two, there's this energy here about, for some of you, it's like doing things in due time. Okay, I'm sorry. I have something in my eye and I am sorry about that. Doing things in order, by the book, focusing on being practical. Okay, focusing on making sure those I's are dotted and those T's are crossed. So there's this sense of like organization, order, and focus. There's also here, Taurus, because you are an earth sign, a sense of being practical. So being practical here about maybe situations, circumstances, or events that may have happened in the past or recent past, and being able to look at them in regards, obviously, to your connection with your partner in your love life, figuring out how you can use that information or those lessons from the past or recent past into anything that in the month of August may be coming up or returning. And what I mean returning is perhaps maybe situations here, maybe even from prior connections. It doesn't have to be specifically with this current connection that you may be in right now. It could be just past situations, past lessons, and learning how to work with those lessons and apply them in the month of, I don't know what I was going to say, July, in the month of August. Now, Venus is in Cancer as of right now, Taurus. And of course, Venus is your ruler. So there could also be here this dynamics of nurturing and compassion being very much connected to family, okay, partner, spouse, children, family, and working as a unit in the month of August to overcome any obstacles, challenges, or blockages that may be swirling back around. And the reason why I'm getting this like loop around type of energy is because these elephants are walking in the direction of the past or recent past. So there may be these challenges that either you and your partner may have had in the past or recent past, and it's coming right back around to see how you both cope with it now in the month of August. Now, this could be the past and recent past of your current connection, or this just could be lessons that you experienced in the past or recent past. You know how it feels? It feels like have you learned? Have you learned what you said that you've learned? Have you healed what you say you have healed? Okay. And again, this is a mutual reading. Look at that. You have daydream. This is a mutual reading. What? Look at this. You have 1111. This is a mutual reading for you and your partner here, Taurus. Wow, you have the number 1111. What I'm picking up here energetically, Taurus, is that those wishes, desires, and the things that you or you and your partner are wishing, desiring, and yearning have a lot to do with both of you letting go of experiences, situations, circumstances, or events and challenges from the past or recent past. Again, it's coming through as if whether this is a connection that's a season connection and they're just like building blocks that both you and your partner have learned through time, or whether this is individually, you individually, Taurus, or your partner individually, gaining the insight from those challenges in the past or recent past in order to be more aligned with the power of intention connected to what you may be wishing, desiring, or yearning here in the near future or in the month of August. Because there's a sense here of being very dreamy or thinking, planning, maybe observing and analyzing. We'll get more detail here in a minute. But yeah. And again, let me just show you here, Taurus. You have the number 1111 here, okay, as an angel number. So there may be here some type of symbols, signs, symbols, synchronicities, or serendipitous events in the month of August here for you and your partner. Maybe even a way or like a wink of the universe in your direction about, hey, remember when, you went through X, Y, and Z, or your partner, remember when you guys both went through X, Y, and Z? Well, what did you learn from that experience? And what important lessons are you taking out so that you can continue to build on this either wishing, desiring, or yearning that you may have here connected to your relationship, to your partnership, to your connection. Okay. But beautiful angel number here, 1111. Now, when you add 1 + 1 is equal to 2. 2 is about partnerships. It's about duality. It's about the yin and the yang. And that may be here a very important element. Maybe there are differences between you and your partner in things that you are wishing, desiring, and yearning. And this is reminding you here about pushing through the differences and looking at the common goals, looking at the common values, the compromise, the negotiation here. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. Taurus and your partner, and you have pay attention to red flags. Now, remember that I was saying at the top of the reading that the elephants here, energetically here is coming through, and I saw it clairvoyantly as Lord Ganesha or Ganesha. And Lord Ganesha is known as a deity that focuses on destroying obstacles, challenges, and blockages. Okay? And these obstacles, challenges, and blockages, as I said, could be very much connected to past connections. Maybe you holding on to certain situations, circumstances, or events, maybe in your mind. For others of you, it may be in your heart. If it's not you, it may be your partner. So there may be here a little bit of hesitation. Now, pay attention to red flags. Again, another card that's looking towards the past or recent past. So there may be here a little bit of this jaded energy for some of you. There may be here a situation, circumstance, or event that may be coming up potentially in the month of August that may, like a knee-jerk reaction, may create some type of trigger. It may bring you back to an experience here that you may have had either together as a partner or individually in past connections. And it may cause a little bit of hesitation, may cause a little bit of thinking, observing, analyzing. So there's this sense of like paying attention to this either challenge, obstacle, blockage, or environment from the past or recent past, and looking at it with a sense of observation. That's why it's very important here, Taurus, for you and your partner to make sure that those things that need to be healed emotionally, mentally, energetically, for both of you to ensure that you are working on the healing process of that. Because what happens is the moment something may go in a different direction, or the moment there may be an obstacle, a challenge, or a blockage, the knee-jerk reaction is to think, oh my gosh, it's a sign that it's not going to work. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying, okay, well, I went through this at some point before. How do I handle this in a more mature, experienced way, in a more practical, gentle way? Because elephants are super strong. They have a super amount of strength. The elephant's trunk could literally rip a tree trunk from its roots. But at the same time, that same trunk can gently hold an egg. So it's that knowing when that type of determination and strength needs to be seen and felt, and when that gentle compassion needs to be seen and felt. So there's also that duality. Remember that I talked about the number 2. I talked about that yin yang. There could be strong points that you have here, Taurus, that your partner may not be as strong in, and both of you can help each other just as equally as you can have some areas that you're not very strong in, but your partner is very strong in. And understanding how to work that polarity, those dynamics of the yin yang. Okay? Not only is 1111, when you add the two numbers together, right? 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So you get 2, 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So this is talking also about the foundation of how important these topics, or taking a look at how to work more cohesively together as a partner, how important that is for the stability of your connection. You have here worth waiting for. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. And there may be something connected with time here. Maybe you want something to move faster or slower. Maybe your partner wants something to move faster or slower. Maybe there are plans that both of you have, and there may be a little bit of challenges or delays, maybe because of this Mercury retrograde. Remember, during this Mercury retrograde, which will end on August 11th, however, there's always a shadow period. So let's say by the end of August, right? Maybe the beginning of September, there's going to be this feeling of Mercury being more aligned and direct. But during the month of August, it's still going to be in retrograde. So there's this sense of really paying attention to things, analyzing, restructuring, planning, reevaluating something, analyzing something that may take time, okay, to figure out or to see or to learn from before you can move to the next chapter or the next phase, which is attracting that which you are desiring or yearning. Let's see what else is coming through here, Taurus, for you and your partner. If there are some delays, if there is something that time-wise, okay, timeline-wise, just take it easy, okay? Because there's a reason why it may be on pause, or there may be a reason why it's not going according to the plan that you, Taurus, and your partner, or your partner and you, or both of you together, or both of you separately, may have had in your mind. So there could be this co-creation with the universe right now. And remember, ooh, look at that. Talking about that co-creation, look what popped up out of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. There's actually another card under there. Remember, from a human element, we could only see but so far, right? We can only imagine a plan, but we really don't know the elements and the consequences and the strategies or what may happen from that plan, right? But the divine does, the universe does. So whatever may seem as not moving according to your plan, it could be here because there's a greater divine plan. So there may be here a little bit of more waiting, more patience, allowing things to settle here. Because right now, if we're talking about from a planetary standpoint, although Venus is in Cancer, which is about that nurturing, remember I was talking about that family, nurturing, compassion, we are still in Mercury retrograde, which is that feeling of reflection and soul searching within ourselves, within our minds. It's a review process. So there you go. You also have here the Wheel of Fortune with the Seven of Cups. Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is known as the planet of good luck and of expansion. So whatever may be taking its time or whatever may not be going according to the plan that you and your partner or either one of you or maybe both of you have in your mind, this would be talking about there may be an improvement. There may be an improvement or progress coming with whatever delay or challenge you may be facing in the month of August or maybe facing right now at this moment in time. Like right now when I'm doing this reading, it's literally July 31st. So again, Wheel of Fortune is saying, no worries. Something may be taking time. Something may be seem a little challenging. There may be some obstacles coming up ahead, but you guys got it. As long as you work together as a unit, and as long as you are both on the same plan or the same trajectory of that goal, because remember, all these three elephants, they're moving here towards my left hand side, but they're all right after the other. They're all working together in order to push something here from the past or recent past to work through. So Wheel of Fortune is here reminding you that there could be here an improvement or progress coming up, something very unexpected. Maybe you were expecting something to go in one direction and it's going to go in a whole different direction, but that whole different direction could be bringing a whole other set of better options here with the Seven of Cups. There may be a little bit of what if energy right now. What if we go, what if? But something's going to clear up. And I feel that this delay, or whatever this may be talking about in regards to challenges or obstacles, there's a sense of being very practical about it. And there's a sense here of something spinning in a different direction and maybe opening different doors or more options, or even a better timeline, you know? All right, let's go to the last and final deck here. And of course, after this, I'm going to be channeling messages for Virgo. And then after Virgo, we have Capricorn, okay? For those of you that are watching live. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. Taurus and their partner in the month of August. August messages here for Taurus and their partner. Let's see what else is coming through. See the bigger picture. I mean, look at this. I can't even be making this stuff up. You see what I was telling you? Remember that I was just channeling a little while ago that I was saying we see it, or you see it, or you and your partner see it from a human perspective. Okay? You could only see but so far, and you really don't know what could be past that point that you are imagining or that you're thinking. So you may not see it from the point of view that the universe sees it. The universe sees it like through an aerial view, whereas you and your partner may be looking at something from a ground level. So yeah, what you think may be a missed opportunity may actually be a blessing in disguise. Okay, here with worth waiting for. See the big picture. It says getting too specific sometimes makes the whole thing unnecessarily complicated. Okay, and I'm gonna hold that right there, because I want to talk about seeing the whole entire forest. For example, like the energy of the universe, right? The creator seeing something from an overall picture versus seeing something at ground level and only seeing every single tree. It's a whole different perspective. So this is talking about maybe looking at every single detail, or fine-tuning something so much in the power of intention as you're wishing, desiring, and yearning, when it shouldn't be that specific. What needs to be specific is the power of intention. The how something is going to work out, that's not in a way, it's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to do our due diligence, to put in the effort, the determination, the focus, and the consistency in whatever it is that we're hoping, wishing, desiring, and then allowing it to be released for the highest good, if it's in the highest good, right? It says here, you probably, and you meaning both of you, okay? Because this is a reading for both you and your partner, okay, Taurus? It says you probably look at it from a general view to wrap everything up perfectly. Yeah, you're looking at it from one point of view, and there may be here other options that the universe may have in store for you and your partner, and that may be the reason why there's a little bit of a waiting period. And Taurus, always remember that waiting periods are sometimes a blessing in disguise. Because the more you go through obstacles and challenges, the more you both have to work together to overcome and delays and have to deal with that energy, the more you also know, Taurus, if this person is meant for you, and vice versa. So, again, beautiful reading here, Taurus. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel if you already subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, well, listen, subscribe and turn on your notification bell and all alerts so that you can be notified when, number one, when there's new content, and number two, when I do the live readings for the subscribers, for my subscribers on my channel. So trust me, you want to take part of that, and those slots are taken very quickly. Okay, that list fills up very quickly. So if you want to know more about that, just take a look in the playlist, and then you can just take a look at 5-minute readings with Lexa Tarot, and that gives you an idea of the type of lives that I do, where I actually channel messages for those of you who take part in that live stream. All right. That being said, up next, we have Virgo. While I get ready and prepared for Virgo's reading, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying these channeled messages during this live. And like I said, feel free to subscribe to the channel so that you can have an opportunity during my 5-minute sessions to do a free 5-minute reading with me, or you can join me on the super chats. Okay, super chat lives. Alrighty, we're not going to be focusing on Virgo, and then of course after Virgo we're going to have Capricorn. Okay, now if you're joining me now and you missed Taurus, well, all you need to do is move that Taurus reading, just move that cursor all the way to the back. If you watch me after the live stream, just need to turn on the, you need to take a look at the timestamps below. That being said, let's take a look here at Virgo's reading. Okay, let me just put the Virgo symbol in the chat so those of you who join know what or which sign I am focusing on. Hello, Virgo, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus, or however Virgo may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you, as well as your significant other. Okay, your twin flame, soulmate, partner, connection, however you may title your connection. Today, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what may be coming potentially here in your direction in the month of August. Okay. That being said, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box, and all that information is there. If you want to join the membership tiers on my channel, then take a look at that join button. Or if you want to take part during the free 5-minute channeled messages that I do for my subscribers, or if you want to join those two super chat lives, then subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts so that you are notified as soon as I am live, because those slots, those spaces get filled up very quickly. Okay. All right, that being said, Virgo, if you're interested in finding out more information about your astrological natal chart, just take a look down below in the description box. There is a link there that I have for Cafe Astrology. By the way, a free resource. You don't have to pay anything. Okay. And I'm not affiliated to Cafe Astrology. However, I do want to bring it to your attention for those of you who would like to learn more placements on your astrological natal chart. So if you do that, make sure that if you write the time of your date of birth that is very specific to that exact time you were born. If you don't know the exact time, don't worry about it. You can still get a lot of messages of your astrological natal chart. It just won't be some points. It'll be majority of the points, but there will be some points that won't be there. Okay. Now, if you do that, take a look at your 5th house, your 7th house, your Venus, and your Juno. Those are very important placements here in regards to love, connection, and relationships. All right. That being said, Virgo, let's take a look what may be potentially coming up for you and your partner in the month of August. You have time for a nap. Okay, you also have to be fair here, that Libra energy right behind. Time for a nap. Listen, right now at this moment in time, which I'm doing the reading here on July 31st, or in the month of August, for some of you, you may be entering an energy where you may be feeling like you need some rest, maybe more fatigued. Maybe you just feel like, listen, I just need to take a break, whatever. This could be because of work. This could be because of family situations. This could be for any number of reasons. But time for a nap is really listening to not only your physical body, but your energetic body, your energetic, flow. And there may be this sense of you and your partner just wanting to take it nice and slow and easy in the month of August. Remember, we're still in that Mercury retrograde in August. And although technically it ends on August 11th, there's still that shadow period that is still being felt, that will be still felt, that will still be felt in the month of August. So Mercury retrograde is when Mercury goes against its normal rotation in regards to its movement. And usually that brings tension in the areas that Mercury influences, okay? Such as clarity of the mind, forms of expression, knowledge, travel, okay? Technology. And however this may show up, however Mercury in retrograde may be showing up for you in your connection, this could very well be talking about you and your partner analyzing, reviewing, reflecting on matters of your connection and matters having to do with your love life. And that may need or require this sense of introspection, this sense of taking it slow and recalibrating, figuring out what growth needs to happen in your connection, what needs mending, fixing, and repairing in your connection, what needs to be strengthened. And although Mercury retrograde is not a time to start something, it is a very good time to reflect about something. Okay? So I feel that this reflection period, or this time where maybe you and your partner decide to talk about or take a vacation or a stay vacation or some rest and rejuvenation, R&R. Take some R&R time here. Go on dates with each other, and maybe those dates are stay-at-home dates. Maybe those dates are just spending quality time together, cozying, nice cozy energy, okay? Or maybe a place that's not so noisy or something, maybe a cozy lounge or something like that, but I'm getting this kind of like cuddly, snuggle type of energy, especially with Venus in Cancer. But with this Mercury in retrograde, again, there may be this kind of like, oh, let's just stay home, let's chill, let's relax. Or, I do want us to do something, but not something extravagant, or not something where there's a lot of people, or, it's kind of like that snuggle, cuddle type of energy that I'm getting here. Not doing too much, but investing a lot of time with each other. Okay. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Virgo, and your partner here in the month of August. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for the both of you. You have here yin yang. Yeah, coming to balance. Recalibration. Exactly what I just said. Validation, confirmation on that time for a nap. You may feel like you really don't want to do much. Maybe it's because there is a physical sense of fatigue or being tired, or maybe it's just energetically with Mercury being in retrograde. And for some of you who have Gemini on your astrological natal chart, with that Uranus that's gone into Gemini, you may be feeling a lot of shifts and changes. So it makes sense that a time for a nap is here. Okay, Virgo? Balance, yin yang energy here for the both of you. Look at that. You have true love right behind it. So there's a lot of love and emotion here in regards to the both of you. Feelings towards each other is just kind of like, I'm getting this kind of like laying low type of energy, not doing too much here in the month of August, and spending more quality time together. Now remember, balance, and I want to mention this again because it came out in your reading right behind this time for a nap. I talked about the to be fair Libra energy. So there's a sense of diplomacy. There's a sense of that peacekeeper type of energy here in the month of August. Remember that the Justice card is also about keeping or being neutral, fair, and impartial. Okay? Things also may be going in your favor. Oh, I just didn't realize there's a lot of brightness coming in here. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. That should take care of that for a little bit. Oops, sorry. There we go. Yeah, my apologies about that. All right. So, yeah, so balance, give or take, working together. I mean, look at this. They are two different illustrations, but they're sharing that same energy, working together, cozying up. Okay, Virgo. So let's take a look here. What else is coming through? So basically you have that Libra energy twice. Look at this. This could be the one. This is beautiful. Validation, confirmation. But it's interesting because all the cards that are right behind that other card, they're coming out in the reading of the next deck, which is interesting. True love. Remember, that was right behind balance. For those of you who may feel or think that in the month of August, because there isn't, or there may be this sense of wanting to take it easy or taking a step back, or, trying to become cool and collected and going with the flow. For some of you, you may think, oh, my partner isn't into me, or, oh my gosh, is there a reason? Am I still attractive? Does my partner still find me attractive? Is there, you know what I mean? If you get those doubts, I'm being called to tell you here not to doubt your connection. It's just, like I said, it could be because of that Mercury retrograde. That's number one. It could be because some of you may have placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on Gemini. Remember, Libra is an air sign. Gemini is an air sign. Aquarius is an air sign. But Uranus entered Gemini, something it hasn't done in about 84 years. So there could be some shifts here that you may be experiencing if you have those placements. Okay. And remember that Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and so is Virgo. So you may still be feeling that energy. So you're feeling it equally as much as Gemini is feeling it, because Mercury is your ruler. So when Mercury goes in retrograde, you're going to feel it. So this energy here tells me you may be in that calm, cool, collected type of energy, you and your partner. There may be this balance or leveling off, the sense of reciprocity between the both of you. But it doesn't take away from the fact that there is love and a connection here. It says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So there you go. That's what's coming through for you, for the both of you. And remember, right after balance, you guys have that true love card there. Listen, you have the number 35 here. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 8 is the infinity sign. So there's a sense of, maybe some of you may even feel that this is a past life connection. Some of you are already in a very established, if not married, to your partner already. For others of you, there's a sense of noticing the effortlessness here between the both of you, and really realizing that there is a lot of love there. And I'm getting not only just love, but devotion and respect. So there's this sense of respect here that I'm getting. I'm getting like this chivalry type of energy, like old school type of love. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, Virgo. You have here the High Priestess, intuition. Ooh, and the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. High Priestess, ruled by the moon. Okay. By the way, you have 2 cards here focusing on the moon. And 1, 2, 3, this is giving moon energy too, if you really look at it. Interesting. I've never picked that up. So that means that this is very specific to something here. Yeah. I mean, if you look at this, I mean, I know it says balance and I know it's the yin yang. But for a nanosecond, how I saw this clairvoyantly was the full moon, the new moon, the crescent moons, like the phases of the moons here. So you have 1, 2, 3 cards talking about the moon. The moon is all about that yin energy. But the High Priestess here is more about this inward movement. And what do I mean by inward movement? It's about the awareness, the unconscious. It's following the inner knowing. It's listening to your intuition. It's being more connected with your partner and your partner with you. And you may have those occurrences here in August where your partner may be thinking of you and then all of a sudden you text or call, or you may be thinking of your partner and your partner texts or calls, or you may be thinking about something and your partner starts talking about that thing that you're thinking, but you haven't said it yet. That telepathic type of energy. This could be the one. And remember, you have true love. So there could be here, I'm going to just bring it out. Might as well just bring it out because that was right behind balance. So there's a reason for that coming out here. I just didn't pull it out of the deck, but it's meant to be here for sure. So the Knight of Cups is both of you really focusing on following your heart and your intuition. And with all this yin energy here, I do feel that you and your partner may be in that type of energy here, especially with that Venus in Cancer. Okay. Some of you who are just starting a connection, this may be the time where you may say the L word, I love you. Okay. If it hasn't been said already, or you feel that you're falling in love. Knight of Cups is also about proposals. So this could be either you or your partner focusing on saying, well, you know what? I think we have the important elements here in order to take our connection to a higher level of commitment. For some of you, it's from friendship to something else, more exclusive. For others of you, and maybe you have been dating for quite some time, maybe there's a talks here about proposal, maybe talks about marriage, maybe talks about long-term type of commitment. Now, listen, marriage is not for everyone, right? So it doesn't have to be marriage, but it could be something about like moving in together, seeing, blending families together, having children, or whatever your definition of stability may be, or more bonding or more connection. Because the Knight of Cups is that proposal energy. So maybe proposing new ideas, new milestones here in your connection. Okay. Last but not least, let's take a look at the potential advice here for both you, Virgo, and your partner. Now, after this, I will be channeling messages for Capricorn. Okay. So for those of you who are watching live, Capricorn is up next. All right, let's see what's coming through here for you, Virgo. And you have get it all done. Nice. It says only a few more steps and you will accomplish. Once finish organizing your ideas and plans, immediately put them in practical work. Wow, this is beautiful. Some of you are literally planning something here, whether it's you or whether it's your partner. There may be here talks about the next step in something. A big milestone here. Like I said, for some of you, it may be proposals, marriage. For others of you, it may be blending the families here. Okay. Moving in together, blending of families, talking about the future, talking about the important things like career, future, money. But this is a very beautiful reading. A lot of yin energy here, a lot of love, connection, bonding, trust with one another. So beautiful, beautiful energy here, Virgo. Virgo, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share. And if you are subscribed, continue to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, well, listen, subscribe so that you can be part of, the lives, because I do lives. Now, this one is obviously I'm doing the readings for August here, but I do lives for the subscribers on my channel where I pose a topic. And those of you who are interested in getting channeled messages, come and get channeled messages for 5 minutes. I also do super chat lives where if you have a specific question in mind, we can unfold what messages comes through in regards to that specific question. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Turn on those notification bell and all alerts. And I'll see you, Virgo, next time. Up next, we have Capricorn coming through. As I place these, sorry, I was like, my puppy is usually around my feet, and I'm like, is he here? He's actually next to me. Um, for those of you who are watching and giving me those thumbs ups, those likes, those shares, and you're subscribing, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you missed the fire signs, those are posted already. I did that live yesterday. I'll be doing another live later today, focusing on the earth signs. And of course, last but not least, the water signs. I might do the water signs too. Oh no, I will do the water signs tomorrow. So later on, once I get back home, I will be channeling the messages here for the earth signs. I'm sorry, not the earth sign, the air signs. This is the earth signs, but the air signs. Okay. That being said, let's jump into our next reading, and that is Capricorn. Hello, Crystal Candace. How are you? I see that you've retracted a message there. Sorry, I couldn't read it because when I'm doing the channeling for the channel, although I'm doing it live, I have to put timestamps later for those of you who watch it later. So I try to minimize the interruption when I'm doing that. And I usually do the catching up of saying hi when I'm in between. Because if you watch this after the live stream, you're just going to go directly to the timestamp. So you're going to miss all the chitter chatter that I do behind the scenes. All right. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Capricorn may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you and your partner. Okay, so this is a mutual reading focusing on what may potentially be coming in your direction in the month of August. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box and click those links down below. And if you're interested in joining the membership tiers on my YouTube channel, wow, 2 things came out already. I'll talk about that in a minute. Then feel free to take a look at that join button. Now, for those of you who are interested in joining me during the lives where I do in channel 5-minute free messages, or if you want to join the super chat lives, just make sure that you turn on all notification bell and all alerts so you can join me. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. You want to know about my credentials? Just look down below. They're all in the description box. Now, when it felt like this, right? Meaning like this is first and this is second. But if I were to have cut the deck and flipped it over, this would have been first and then this one. But I'm going to take it in the way that it fell here, okay? There's always a reason for things happening. And by the way, I was only taking out one card, but took him out. So there's a reason. Guess what? Here, Capricorn, you and your partner have mending. There may be some things in the month of August that there is maybe mending, fixing, repairing, either plans, things that you have been wishing, hoping, praying, and desiring, because both these people are looking upward. So there could be here this sense of something that both of you, and look at that, 2 people are working on something. So something that both of you may be working on in regards to whatever you've been praying, wishing, hoping, and desiring. That's the first message. Second message I'm getting here is this could actually be something that could be potentially coming up in the month of August, where there will be a requirement to focus on how to build or rebuild something within your connection individual, your connections with each other. Okay. For others of you, this mending, fixing, repairing is with each other within your relationship. For others of you, this fixing, mending, repairing, or analyzing or fine tuning could be a plan that both of you are working together. So again, it's a general reading, so it could go either way. Some of you may resonate with one, the other ones may resonate with the other. I do feel here with chopped wood that this mending, fixing, repairing, especially if it's something within your connection, there are things here that need to be taken a look at, especially with the fact that Mercury is still in retrograde in the month of August. It supposedly goes direct, I want to say August 11th. However, there's always a shadow period. And a shadow period is, yes, it may be technically direct, but you still feel the effects of that Mercury being against its normal rotation. So it's as if you're walking backwards for months, for a month and a half. Like, that's uncomfortable, right? So it's the same thing for Mercury when it goes against its natural rotation. It brings a little bit of discomfort and challenges in matters of the mind, the clarity of the mind, the forms of expression, communication, technology, knowledge, travel. Okay. So I feel here with chopped wood, this is talking about that this Mercury in retrograde may be bringing to the surface between you, Capricorn, and your partner those things that need to be discussed, that need to be looked at, that need to be fine-tuned, tweaked, adjusted, recalibrated, whether that be within your individual connections or whether that be taking into consideration things from the outside forces, outside things that have nothing to do with both of you together as a couple, but you both may be required here to work with whatever this may be from the outside in. Okay. Now, chopped wood is giving me the spring cleaning type of effect. Okay. So the spring cleaning type of energy I'm getting here in regards to your connection. So there may be some things that need to be discussed again, revisited. It's this energy about like, what should we keep because it's working and what should we tweak if it's not working? Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what else is coming through. Now, for those of you who are interested, down below in the description box, I do have Cafe Astrology. It is a free site. I have no affiliation or connection with Cafe Astrology. However, I have used it on many occasions. And if you want to know your placements on your astrological natal chart, that's one way to go. Okay. And it's very detailed. Just with like your location and your month, day, and year of birth. Now, if you want even extra information and your exact birth time, then you can add it there. And what it's going to do is going to give you more placements. But if you don't know the exact time, that's fine. You could still get a lot of information. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, some of you may be interested in finding out other placements on your astrological natal chart that focus on connections and partnerships and love. Okay, those placements are as follows: your Venus, okay, your 5th house, your 7th house, and your Juno. Those are some aspects there that can give you an insight having to do with your love life. And yes, you may be different signs in those placements, but it gives you more awareness here about what that may mean for you. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here, Capricorn. What else is coming through for you and your partner? Realization. Look at that. And awareness. I'm not surprised, because I was talking about mending, fixing, repairing something, maybe a project that you are working together, maybe something that both of you are equally invested in. And as I said a little while ago, there's this sense of paying attention to something, recalibrating, restructuring. There's maybe here energy of realizing something, having an awareness, recognizing something here also. So it's that aha moment. There could be here, especially during this Mercury retrograde, like I said, there could be this energy of you or your partner or both of you together looking back at the past or recent past and doing a little bit of spring cleaning. Like I said before, what's working, what's not working. If it's working, how can we either make it better, or how do we leave it as is because it's working? Or if it's not working, what do we need to do in order to eliminate those things that were not working and fix, mend, repair those things so that there is a stronger stability or security in the connection, right? There's a better foundation. So that may be a sense of realization that may be happening here potentially in the month of August. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for the both of you here potentially for the month of August, Capricorn. And Capricorn, if you've missed your August readings, well, listen, go to the monthly playlist and take a look. Your monthly readings are there already. They're posted. And if you haven't taken a look at what you don't see coming, which is also, those are bonus messages that I did a couple months ago, focusing on what you may not see coming in the next 3 months, which is June, July, August. Well, take a look at that. You may have more messages there. So if you missed those August readings, go ahead, take a look at that. There's lots there that's coming out. Something just flipped over on its own. Let's see what that was. Spirit Soul Path. This is beautiful. A personal evolution within your relationship. I mean, validation, confirmation. Can it be more clear than what I was already channeling at the top of your reading? I love it when this happens. It's just validation, confirmation. Remember, I talked about that spring cleaning. There you go. I talked about that realization and awareness, and the fact that Mercury is in retrograde right now and could be adding to that energy of wanting to look back and figure out what's working and what's not, to fix, mend, heal, or repair something that isn't working within your personal connection, or what may be needed to be mended, fixed, or repaired in something that both of you are working together. But Spirit Soul Path says a personal evolution within your connection. There may be milestones here happening. There may be through a challenge or through an awareness here, or realization of some sorts, especially because Mercury is in retrograde. There could be here a second, having a second thought about something, or having a change of heart here about something also. So that could be here. And that change or shift is going to help here in the healing process of your connection, but is also going to help it evolve and become stronger, even if you've been in the connection for many, many years. You know, there's ebbs and flows, right? And so this is coming across as that energy here. So a personal evolution within your relationship. This could also be an individual awareness, but it's coming across in this mutual reading because this individual awareness eventually obviously impacts both of you in the connection. All right, let's get more clarity here. And then, of course, don't forget to wait till the end of the reading because I do have the potential messages here for you, focusing on the advice, okay? Look at the Hanged Man. That popped up by itself. Hanged Man energy is a pause. And that may be what may be felt here in the month of August due to that Mercury retrograde. Like I said, there could be something that's on pause. And it's on pause because either you, Capricorn, you're gaining more perspective, or your partner is gaining more perspective on whatever this may be talking about here. Hanged Man energy is not only something in pause, but is also here learning to compromise, a sense of mediation here between you and your partner, understanding, like I said before, what needs to be cleaned away, like spring cleaning. What do we need to get rid of here? What isn't working? What strategies are we implementing here that are just not working? What's going on right now in the month of August that's just not working, that we need to fix, mend, repair, or heal from, right? And in order to have a sense of this type of depth of reflection, there needs to be a moment of, taking a pause so that you can realize and recognize what those things may be. Okay? Very, very beautiful. By the way, every single card here, different, I'm telling you, 1, 2, 3, 4 different decks. They're all telling you the same thing. It's all the same energy, which is beautiful because it just gives validation, confirmation on the messages that I'm channeling. So it's like, yeah, this, for some of you, it's going to be, that type of month that before you move forward in something, there is a sense here of gaining some type of perspective. Look at that. The double card in tarot. Guess what, Capricorn? This is you coming out in your own reading. So a lot of what I'm talking about may affect you more than your partner, or you may be the person who will initiate either these talks or this type of realization here. But remember that the double card in tarot is also about letting go of old patterns. It's about getting caught up in your head as well. Self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, feeling a sense of restriction, like, oh man, like I feel stuck in something. I feel like something isn't moving, which, by the way, you have 2 cards of no movement right now. So this is not about taking physical action. It's about taking action mentally. What do I mean mentally? It's taking a spring cleaning effect here, having to do with matters in your mind and matters of communication here. Something needs to be looked into deeper and reflected upon so that there is a sense of mending, fixing, healing, or repairing a very vital piece of your connection here. So this is, like I said, it's a very positive reading for you. And the Hanged Man energy may be here, this perspective that you and your partner need to gain in order to realize what those changes need to be. Now, those could be individually. Like I said, you're coming out in your own reading, so this could be heavily weighing on you, but it could very much easily be you together as partners needing to tackle something from the outside, meaning that these situations, circumstances, or events of this spring cleaning have nothing to do with both of you as a couple, but it could be an outside situation, circumstance, event that may be coming into your connection that both of you need to consider need to consider or reconsider, and or need to work together to fix, mend, heal, or reshape something here, so that when Mercury goes direct by September, okay, now mind you, like I said before, Mercury goes direct August 11th, but there is that shadow period, which means it's still kind of getting back to the swing of things. You may still feel that Mercury retrograde. So it makes sense why you have the Hanged Man as like no physical movement, and you have the Devil card here, no physical movement, but a lot of mental flow and a lot of cleaning things up here, so to speak. Okay? And remember, whatever this may be, it's going to bring your connection to a higher level here, because it says spirit soul path, a personal evolution within your relationship. So it's going to help here in some way, shape, or form. All right, Capricorn, let's find our last and final message here for you. Your potential advice here. Capricorn, I hope these readings have been insightful. And if you are enjoying these messages, feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts. So when I post new content or when I do a live where I do the live focusing on what your guides want you to know. So that's a free live that I do on my channel for my subscribers. And I also do topic readings and personal question lives, which are all connected to the super chat lives. So if you want to take part of that, and by the way, all these things I'm telling you fill up very quickly. So if you want to take part of that, make sure that you turn on your notification bell and all alerts, okay? All right, I want to thank you for all your love, your support, and your loyalty as well, Capricorn. And let's see, final card here says anticipate. Remember about those challenges I was talking about, that spring cleaning? Here we go. There should be a few challenges or obstacles awaiting for you on the way to success. Like I said, there's going to be a successful outcome here, but there's a little bit of challenges or blockages or delays. Some little bit of cleaning and fine tuning here is coming through. It says, by anticipating these ones, you will absolutely soften the problems and get more decisive realization here. Ding, ding, ding. Get more decisive solutions. I mean, validation, confirmation here. There's a lot of action happening in August for you, Capricorn, and your partner, but it's not forward physical movement. Remember that. It's not physical forward movement on something. It's internal. It's thinking. It's recalibrating, analyzing, figuring something out, observing, assessing. That's the energy that's coming through here for both of you. And sure enough, it's coming here again with that beautiful message here for your potential advice. Capricorn, I want to thank you and each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell and all alerts connected to this channel. And don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you next time. Take care.